Good evening, everybody. My name is Windus Andar, and thank you for joining me for another episode of Nine with Andar. Today, we are going to be playing Empyrion Galactica. I have taken a big fancy to Empyrion Galactica. I've enjoyed it so much that I decided to kind of make it a regular feature. I mean, I spend a lot of time playing this game. I have a lot of fun. It is simply amazing. Yeah, that was like the ground view. Look at the ground! Look at the ground, people! Look at that ground! No, it's fine. Now, today, I'm actually going to showcase to you guys, I'm going to showcase the Phord... just a moment, let me just make sure everything... Okay, it's all good. Do I have anything? Okay, it's all good, it's all good. All right, so today I'm going to showcase the Phord Surviva. The Phord Surviva with an emphasis on the PH. Now, this is, well, it's basically a hover vehicle that you use to get around, and it's very, in my experience, it's very agile, it's very good. It's very lean, mean, efficient. It's pretty damn awesome. Now, the best part of this is, if I show you guys my blueprint, here we go. The Phord Surviva is pretty cheap to make. Carbon substrate you get from wood, I believe, iron ingots, copper ingots, silicon, everything you can mine. And you don't have to make the complete ship. You can, of course, use the blueprint and slowly accumulate the items and create the ship. This blueprint is available on the Steam Workshop for Empyrion Galactica. I will be giving you the links in the video description on YouTube and everything. I'll be doing all of that. But just to point out to you guys, as a survivor ship for newbies, this is really good. It is not, obviously, it's not armed. You guys can see the Survivor here. It is not painted. You can paint it whatever you want. And to tell you more about this, let's go to the Phord Industries auto developer, Benry Phord. Hey, Benry, take it away. All right, ladies and gentlemen, look at the Phord Surviva. The Surviva is essentially manufactured in the shape of a simple truck, but it's not just simple. The features belying this grand design are amazingly suited for newbie survivors. You can see that it carries no armament. It literally does stand for its name, that is the Survivor. It is in keeping with its namesake. It is meant to let you survive the wilderness. It comes equipped with 3 harvester modules, which are excellent for terminating your enemies and for making sure that you can get rid of wood and C-Rack soldiers with equal swiftness. It comes with 2 spotlights and 2 back thrusters on the sides. It has many RCSS devices and hover engines and lots of windows. The Phord Surviva is great for you to enjoy the landscape, have a wonderful adventure as you traverse the plains of the starter planet. It comes equipped with ventilation pods, also ideal places to get shot, so don't present your broadside. It has an automatic opening shutter, equipped with a motion sensor, and it's got more windows, more thrusters, and of course dual engines on the back. You can see there are 4 thrusters assembled on the Phord Surviva to allow you to race from 0 to 40 with alacrity. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we're going to take a little test spin. That was Benry Phord from Phord Industries talking to you about the Survivor. Now, let's just jump in. You can actually see the statistics of this newbie vehicle. It's got amazing pitch, amazing yaw, and the secret to that is that Phord Industries has kept the engines at the back of the vehicle only, the hover engine. So, the Phord Surviva can actually tip forwards and attack the enemies head on. So you don't have the problem where you can't actually aim on the ground without ease, you know, so that's a problem. It's got oxygen tanks, it's got enough fuel to last for an entire trip around a hemisphere, which we'll be undertaking very soon. Its size class is less than 1, very easy to assemble, 397 blocks, 11 lights, 2,406 triangles, in case anybody actually gives you shit about it. Unlock level is just 8. It's got back front thrusters, left right thrusters, no top down, it doesn't require it, 17 RCSs, 8 hover engines. Now, it's got 2 constructors to continuously process and create fuel, biofuel. You don't even need Promethium to run this thing. you will notice one thing about the Phord Surviva, and that is that you can assemble this in pieces. Now, you can look at the blueprint and you don't actually need, you can follow the pictures here to assemble the minimal structure of the aircraft, which basically is here. You can basically cut off everything about this level that I'm pointing with my mouse. That is about the first harvester vehicle. You can remove all of that, right? And you still have the basic vehicle of the Phord Surviva. So the Phord Surviva will allow you to assemble it in stages. Of course, you can't do it through the blueprint. The blueprint will give you the whole thing. But what I'm saying is you can put this vehicle together yourself with just the first 3 blocks over here, like 1, 2, 3. That's it. You can assemble this yourself with starter, resources, and salvage. And a mobile constructor, portable constructor. That's it. It's simple, it's straight, and we're going to take it for a spin. Let me just turn on my jetpack there. Here we go. It doesn't have a ramp because ramps are difficult to build unless you have a base, so I'm not put one in. You have the constructor over here. You have an amazing window seat to see what's happening outside. You can also use the windows over here. Take a look at what's happening. It's a very rainy day. The windows here too. Now, of course, you can optimize the design as much as you prefer, but there's no real need for it. It is pretty damn optimized as it is. It's a fantastic ship. Beautiful design. Let me just see if anything needs to be... I've actually run this thing... Oh, sorry. I've actually run this thing quite a bit. It went up against the Zirax, murdered a lot of people from the Zirax, a lot of aliens, just like the Phord executive said. Ben reports, great man. So we'll just turn on everything. Oxygen up, thrusters up. Let's go to devices. I always make sure that all my critical systems are active. You can see the subdivisions are perfectly created to make sure that you know exactly which system on your Phord Surviva is active at which time. I warn those of you who are faint of heart that this vessel is nimble. She is absolutely nimble. Okay, so if you're expecting an easy ride, don't. She is packed, loaded, and ready to go. So we're gonna go into the output stream, fuel stream, and you will notice that the reason we produce so much biofuel is because we use it to power our vessel. And this is really newbie friendly. Chop some wood, throw in the wood, throw in the biofuel, and your product basically flies. So let's go. I still have a Promethean fuel bar, but it's not really required. Okay, you can fly this first person or you can fly it third person. Either way works. So let's go up. Now you can see the tipping that I'm talking about. Now this is the cool thing about the Phord Surviva. It tips forward because the forward section of the vessel does not have any hover engines. What this does though, now I'm not... I'm trying to actually make the HUD disappear. It's the way that I did that. Anyway, so what this does is it brings the harvester pods. You can actually see that. Yeah. You bring the harvester pods to bear on any weapon. Otherwise, what happens is normally, because you have hover engines placed uniformly across the vehicle, you can't tip the vehicle's nose down. Now, the Phord Surviva allows you to do that. Like, you can tip it down, you can tip it up, it's up to you. You can tip it all the way down if you want to be crazy, but that's rarely required. Now, the cool thing about the Phord Surviva is it is super nimble. Look at that turn. Look at that turn radius. It is absolutely divine. Now, what we're going to do here is I'm going to take it for a spin. We're going to go on a full round all the way back to base. That's basically what we're going to do. So, we will be heading east. Ready, guys? Let's go. And watch the speedometer on the right side. You're going to love this, okay? And, oh, she also has a space booster. But you don't really need it all that much because, well, she doesn't need it. Now you can notice that she's super nimble. So you want to dodge trees and stuff, you can do that. You want to just go crazy and chop everything down without losing a lot of progress, you can do that. That's what we're going to do here. Now, you can see that she is absolutely mobile. She is superior in terms of movement. You will notice that the Phord Surviva can't climb mountains like they are absolutely nothing. I'm not boosting, by the way. I am not boosting. In case anybody's wondering, there's no boost involved. This is just the Phord Surviva flying like a space vessel. Even if she tips, she takes no damage. Just press the shift key. She's back on her feet and she's rumbling. I have killed Zirax soldiers carrying phaser pistols and everything. Laser pistols, laser guns, everything in this game. I've killed alien bugs with this baby. As a survivor, she has made my life incredible. She will chop her 3 choppers will take down any tree that you want. She will end any enemy in front of you. Speaking of which, there's a bug. Now watch this. We just go right up to her. Notice the experience. Bug is dead. Congratulations. She is your one-man survivor stop show, and we take it again to Henry Phord. Hey, Henry Phord, what do you know about this particular Phord Surviva that our intrepid viewers do not? All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for following us on our tour of the Phord Surviva. The Phord Surviva, as you can see, is very nimble. You can look at the acceleration meter on the right side of the screen. She reaches 40 like there is no tomorrow. She takes the heads off of enemy ships, enemy soldiers, trees, enemy anything before you can even say hello. She is exquisite as a ship. You can notice that our relations will deteriorate if you're not careful where you're milking them, but overall, she's pretty amazing. Alright, so let's keep going. We're on our tour. We're basically going to go east, all the way back to base. That's the idea. Now you can notice that she can travel in any orientation, almost, except for upside down, but we don't really experiment with upside down traveling, ladies and gentlemen, because we're pretty sure you don't like to do that. But you can travel pretty much like a king. Look at the speed. See, she hits the 40-meter mark very quickly. She will tip, and you can untip her with the shift key very fast. She is amazing. She'll just keep going no matter what happens. This is one tough ship, and she has withstood attacks from Zirax drones, and we tell you that this purchase will not disappoint you. You can go all the way up to 3 meters and ride, or you can just stick to 2.5, 2 meter heights. She's good at everything. She will ride snow, she will ride hail, she will ride trees, she will do absolutely anything you want, and she's unstoppable. Everybody should get a Phord Surviva, especially if you want to level up from 0 to 14 really fast in this game. Well, thank you, Henry Phord. So that was Henry Phord, guys, from Phord Industries. Nothing to do with Henry Phord of the United States. Just saying. Was he from the United States? How the hell do we know? Now, you can see the Phord Surviva is amazing. She flies, baby. She absolutely flies. You can use the booster to soften your landing. Not really necessary. Now, if you look at the way we've been traveling, we're already here. We've crossed a huge amount of distance, and we don't have much to go at all. Let's just continue our journey, guys. Now, you can see how fast she is. 40. Already 40.2, 40.1. She is very nimble. She will turn like a dime. She will turn on a dime like anything. You can do a full 360 just like that. And she will race back up to 40 really fast. The Phord Surviva. This is the vehicle that you want as a newbie in Empyrion Galactica. This is the vehicle that you want to ride. This is the vehicle you want to get for your birthday as you traverse the most dangerous planets that you've visited. Now, going forward, we do expect that you will replace the body of the Phord Surviva with... I did say Phord Surviva sometimes, didn't I? No. It's the Phord Surviva. Anyway, you will replace the body with carbon steel. Combat steel. hopefully, if you want to survive the really harsh worlds as you level up and go forward. If you don't want to do that, at least make sure that you get... okay. Now you can see that she is amazing even on deep water. She's absolutely amazing. Look at that. She's incredible. And this baby is cheap. You can create it virtually out of nothing, and she is amazing. Look at her go. Like a race car. Now, on the other side, what I was trying to tell you guys is this is a ship that will take you from level 2, level 3, level 8 to level 14 really fast. And you don't even have to be level 8 to actually assemble her. You can look at the blueprint, and you can just go from there. You can assemble it in creative, study the design, and then just assemble the lower half of the design, even at like level 3, 4, if you can gather the resources. She is absolutely incredible as a ship. I can tell you, I have hunted, I have killed with her, and she has taken the Zirax to the cleaners. She's an incredible little ship, and she's not even heavily armored, by the way. She's not. She's basically running steel blocks, and she's taken shots from a drone. Just, you know, shrugged it off right there. We're already halfway through. This is how awesome the Phord Surviva is. Here we go. Off we go. So you can play with the front cone. You can just keep the front, the fore section of the Surviva pointed upwards, and cheers. Nothing's going to stop you. If you have a high DPI setting on your mouse, that's even cooler. We reached level 18. That's how she ensures that you gain levels. You can see no damage to the front, except for the window glass, but we can always fix that. She is amazing. You can take out, with a little bit of care, dozens of creatures, and there will not be a scratch on your Phord Surviva. Now watch this. Dead. That's it. 900 XP straight up. She's good. Now, you can even check out the fuel consumption and mileage over here. We still have 90% fuel. We're doing amazingly well. Amazingly well. This is fantastic. Okay, so we keep our journey east. Now, you can actually see that she negotiates everything like a boss. She is incredible for that mileage. Her thrusters are amazing. You can even modify the thrusters. She's got an open carriage underneath. Apart from the hover engines, you can put as many thrusters as you want for more stability. I would recommend leaving the hover engines off on the front of the ship. Let's give it back to Ben Report because he wants to say a few words. Thank you very much, Windus. The Phord Surviva does not have any engines on the front, the fore section of the craft, simply because it's efficient for hunting, it's efficient for exploring, and if you want to be crazy enough to mine with her, she's good for that too. She's very good for scouting shot planets. She will not disappoint you. I guarantee you, Port Industries brings you the best guarantees in the world when it comes to craft survivability. She is absolutely supreme. As you just noticed, she was shot at by Zirax ships, and she can take a beating. She's good, folks. You should trust her. She will get you home absolutely peachy hunky-dory. Use her, own her, enjoy her. Back to you, Windus. Thanks, Henry. Or Benry, or whatever you call yourself these days. Here we go, guys. Fly, baby, fly. It's like, you know, it's like the Marauder from Mass Effect. The Phord Surviva is amazing. It's as close as you'll get to the Marauder from Mass Effect without wheels. She's cool. And she can just tear down trees. You just see that. Gone. Like, one click, literally. You can even find soldiers. Now watch this. You can see how we mow down enemies and get experience. That's how good she is. She is incredible. Just back up, check your targets, go again. It's that simple. Back up, check your targets, shoot and kill. You can even stop the Surviva, get out, collect your loot, enjoy, have fun. Very simple, very easy. I have actually come up to level 20 with this ship. It is impressive. I took on like entire squads of the Zirax. I haven't killed any mechanized Zirax in the interest of full disclosure, but Everything else is just toast. We're almost home free, guys. You can see that the complete round of the world didn't take a big amount of time. As you can see, we are owning the Z-Rex here. There you go. Look at that. Look at those. Look at how we are just literally racking up the experience. Those kills right there. The dude with the minigun doesn't even, doesn't even answer. Okay, so now I'll show you guys the looting. Just take a look around if there are any more, right? So you just park your Phord Surviva like this. Park it with the spotlight. It's got lots of spotlights just to help you guys find your way. Park her. Get out. Arm your shotgun. You can even take a look outside if you feel nervous. But don't be. She is amazing. Get out there. You can take your own sweet time, make sure that they're all empty, that you looted them properly. If you're not confident, the Phord Surviva will be waiting for you when you get back. Right there. She will not disappoint you. Get in your seat, hook it up, take her up. You're safe and sound. We already gained like half a level, 1.5 levels here. Look at that. That's it. She is good. She will tear your enemy apart and roast them. She'll just do that with a big smile. We're halfway home, people. Let's go. Oh, by the way, guys, the game is still alpha, so there may be some problems. In the way that the terrain renders or whatever. But rest assured, the Phord Survival will see you home. Just point the nose up and drive, baby, drive. She can execute some mean jumps, by the way. Be careful about your orientation. I mean, especially if your game is glitched, if you're playing an alpha version or whatever, be a little careful about that. Early alpha, if there are any bugs, you could end up at the bottom of the ocean. But as it stands, in the latest alpha 9.2, I think, she 9.1, 9.2, whatever, the Phord Surviva is incredible. And again, did I mention it's really cheap to make? You don't need cobalt, you don't need symposium, zarcosium, momosium, or any such kind of plutopopium, or any such kind of funky resource. You just have to have simple carbon substrate from wood. You have to have iron ore, copper ore, silicon ore. Simple stuff you can find anywhere. You can use your booster, space booster, if you feel worried about stability. Don't worry, it doesn't have any stability issues. It's all good. Now let's go home. Once I park, this tour will end. You guys can all pay me $1 billion. You can see how the Phord Surviva negotiates forests and everything with consummate ease. She is incredible. Her side drifting, strafing thrusters are excellent. Her backup brake thrusters are also very good. But let me make this very clear. She is optimized for combat. It's all about the foresight. She's not really meant to strafe around, carry a turret, and blow stuff up. That's not her thing. She's meant to do shit like this. And get thousands of XP just killing critters. She's very good at it. She will take you to level 100 whatever very fast. Here we are, back to base, RTB, in one day. Cheers. She's good at her job. She will do it with consummate ease, and she will be a master at it. Once you're done, you can park it on whatever parking bay that you have, depending on the structure of your vessel. Make sure that when you park, you turn off the lights and all that. Make sure you do your basic maintenance, you know, general checks for any hover vessel. I always use the all-key third-person view to make sure that I can actually see everything as it is. But sometimes you have some issues of alignments, in which case I like to be a perfectionist when I park, so you can switch back to the main view, align yourself against an object in your base, and you are done. Parka, parka, parka. Check out the fuel. Our entire romp through the southern hemisphere took only 20% of the fuel. She's amazing. She's an absolute amazing ship. We hardly took any damage. We're good. So turn off your lights. You don't need them. You can turn off the oxygen. You can non-existent turrets, really. Thrusters, signals up, auto brake up. Everything's good. The reason we're consuming 481 units of power is because the fuel grinder is still working. So that's pretty much there. We can now take a look at the logistics of our base and then dump our stuff in the right places. I'll be highlighting in my next video. I'll be showing you guys this amazing base that I built. Very easy for newbie. It's very newbie friendly. Very awesome. Did I not get some ammo stuff? Yeah, I did. All of this is for construction of the spaceship, so. Alright, we got some good Prometheum fuel packs as well. So, did we get anything else? Let's check. Blah, 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 blah. These are all mine. Construction. I think that's the loot. We got some credits. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Also, remember to check your fuel on your base, on your ship, blah, 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 blah. You never know when you're going to need something, when you don't need something, whatever. Always check, 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 check. Always keep checking. You never know when and where and why you will need something. Once you're done with that, switch back to your cockpit, get out of the seat, and you can repair something, run a quick repair check if you absolutely need to. Always keep checking your vehicles, guys. Even as newbies, the one thing you can do to completely screw up your experience is forget to repair the ship when it needs repairing. You know, you take shots from a drone, you take shots from anything. It's always best to make sure that you are ready to go. You should be roaring to go as fast as you can, as fast as time permits, and you need to ensure that your ship is fully repaired. It's actually quite simple. Just run your camera like this. Sorry to people with epilepsy, but I do need to repair my ship. Then you get out. Now, you would ask again, why don't I have a ramp for boarding the ship? The reason being the ramps require a base and a constructor. The whole point of the Phord Surviva is that anybody can build it. It's a car for everybody. It's a survival vehicle for everyone. That is the whole point of the Phord Surviva. It's not just for the exclusive, it's not for the elite, it's not for the well-established. It's for your ordinary everyday survivor who simply doesn't know what to do, where to go, what to build, and the Surviva does an amazing job. So, let me just turn on my base lights here, and I will show you guys some interesting stuff. There come the lights. And you guys can see the Phord Surviva looks fantastic. The only damage she took from that whole barrage of drones firing at her seems to have been one missing window and one damaged window. You can, okay, some quick tips. These are basic stuff. You can see steel block S, vertical 202. These are like, they don't have much hit points at all, many hit points. They're just very weak. The reason being that they're easy for newbies to make. That's it. That's the only reason they are so weak in HP. If you want to convert her to a tank, you can replace this with armored windows. She's also missing a steel block. That's easy enough to repair with a repair bay. You can essentially replace a lot of this with combat steel. You can fix her. You can put armored windows. You can put combat turrets. You can put whatever the heck you want that will make you feel better. That's the cool thing about the Phord Surviva. She's very customizable even out of the factory. Alright guys, so that is the Phord Surviva. So I'll just leave you with this beauty shot. You can paint her whatever you want, honestly. Enjoy coloring her. Remember what Benry Phord very famously said. Over to you, Benry. My customers can have any Surviva they want as long as it is black. Thank you guys. My name is Windus Andar. Thank you for joining me for this edition of 9 with Andar Empyrion Galactica. I hope you enjoyed this showcase of the Phord Surviva. Links will be given in the video description. You guys can download this amazing little beginner's survival Phord truck and use it to level up very quickly and get all your stuff and be ready to face the Empyrion universe. Thank you for joining me. My name is Windus Andar. Please subscribe to our YouTube page, subscribe to our Facebook page, like us, love us, and keep watching 9 with Andar. My name is Windus Andar, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us. Windus out. Cheers.